All right, I appreciate everybody joining the call today. My name is Syed Askari, and the founder of Outdoor Design AI. So today's call, we're going to be essentially covering the full-blown AI design tool. So appreciate everybody taking the time out of their Thursday and joining our today's call. So real talk for the next 15 minutes. If you guys have ever lost a job that's $120,000 to a competitor whose work was nowhere near as good as yours. So this is probably going to be the most important webinar you'll watch this year. So stick with me for the next 15-20 minutes. And by the end, I'll show you exactly why it's happening and how to flip it forever. And for those of you who stay on this call, we're going to be going over like our special pricing towards the end. That is for anybody who is on this webinar only. Okay. So first things first, quick intro. I am Syed Askari. I've run Tech Factor Media Group. It's a marketing agency that exclusively serve pool builders, outdoor living contractors. And out of that ad agency is what I built, OutdoorDesigns.ai. And because I've kept watching the same pattern, which is contractors with better work, losing jobs to contractors with better visuals. So I've worked with literally hundreds of contractors generating millions of dollars in revenue for them. And I've been in the marketing space for over a decade, but only and only for specific niche, which is pools and hardscape. I don't do roofing. I don't do plumbing. It's literally just outdoor. So everything what I shared today is specifically built for what you guys do. So some of you on this call, you guys do outdoor living projects. Some of you guys do pools. Some of you guys even do landscapes. But everybody on this call can relate to exactly what we're going to be talking about today, losing jobs to your competitor. So these are three real contractors in three different markets. You've got Florida, you've got Colorado, and we also have Australia, because our tool is not just US based, it's also available in Canada and also in Australia. So Marco closed a $78,000 plunge pool on the first visit from our tool because the homeowners saw their own yard with the pool in it. Jordan replaced 2 days worth of CAD work per coat with 60 seconds on his phone. His hardscape calendar is full with 8 weeks worth of work. Sienna, one of our clients out in Australia, is using our website widget that pays for itself because she wakes up to qualified leads, homeowners who provide them a photo of their backyard, name, email, phone number, their budget, all from their website. These are not unicorns. They're not in some special markets. They're just doing one thing differently. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be showing you exactly what that one thing is. So real stat for you guys, and this is the painful truth. 73% of the homeowners, that is the latest data that we've captured for pools and outdoor living buyers. They go with a contractor who shows them what their project will look like. Not the ones who describe it, not the ones with the cheapest price, not even the one with the best portfolio. It's the one who lets them see their backyard transform, period. Okay? And this is how 90% of the outdoor contractors who still operate, you guys drive 40 minutes to a consult, you walk to a customer's backyard, you sketch something on a notepad or maybe take some photos of the past project. You pull those out of maybe your website or on your phone. And then you go back to your office, you build a quote, email them 3 days later, and then chase that customer for literally 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So you have an average close rate. If you guys are running paid advertising, it might be a lot lower, 10 to 18%. If you guys are referrals, it could be around 70 to 80%. That means for every 10 people you guys meet, 8 of them chooses someone else or probably don't move forward at all. That is the sad reality of today's sales process. Here's what you guys are losing. Okay, so the customer's brain literally cannot picture what you're describing. Words on a page don't activate the visual cortex. Then a competitor, usually a bigger company with an in-house designer, sends them a 3D render or maybe a house mock-up within the next 24 hours. And suddenly the customer can see it. They can commit to it emotionally. They can commit to it financially. And then at the end of the day, you lose. Even when your craftsmanship is twice as good as your competitors. Now, this is where the real gap is. Just because they're able to show someone visually what their dream backyard is as opposed to you, they got the job. And here's what you're losing. So sit with this for a second. Every project you lose because the customer couldn't picture it, that's about $80,000 to $150,000 on an average walking out of your door per job. So be honest with yourself right now. How many of those jobs did you guys lose last year? Was it 5, 10, 15? Most of the contractors that I've talked to have literally lost at least 3 to 5 of those big jobs because they're not because their work was worse, but because they just couldn't show the customer before the customer signed the contract. So same lead flow, think about it right here. Same lead flow, same market, same job size, 2 times the revenue, okay? The one difference between contractor A and contractor B is happening because the first call and sign the contract, contractor B, closes 3 times more because the customer has seen their project before they ever decide. That's not magic. That's a tool. And up until 18 months ago, only the big companies had access to this tool. Okay. So then in the last 18 months, AI image, as you guys know, AI is pretty big in the industry right now in pools, hardscapes. Not only that, overall, everybody's using AI to transform their business. So AI image generation hit a tipping point, guys. This is literally the most important thing. What used to take designers 6 hours to maybe $300, now it takes 60 seconds and a few cents, less than a cup of coffee for you go. And here's the part that matters for outdoor living contractors. This technology can take a phone's photo of someone's actual backyard and generate a photorealistic version of what your project will look like with their backyard. Not a portfolio photo, their yard with your design, literally within minutes. Okay, literally within minutes. Here's an example. Okay, let this visual literally just look at this visual. Pretty much generated within 30 to 60 seconds. Before, this is someone's backyard. Customer went on a console. Contractor took that photo from their phone, uploaded in our tool, and then you can see the after literally within 60 seconds. Now, this is a pool project based on all the specific features the customer was wanting. Here's a hardscape. So literally exact same thing. Customer took a photo, sent it to the contractor. Contractor plugged it into the tool with all the specs customer was wanting, and they were able to show them their dream backyard, or I guess in this case, front yard, within 30 to 60 seconds. Isn't that crazy? The things that take 3 to 4 days, you're able to do it within minutes. We have another one where the exact same thing happened. Customer sent a photo to the contractor. Contractor plugged it into the tool. Within 30 to 60 seconds, they were able to show them their dream backyard. Send them a code and had a qualifying conversation about what are our next steps if we were to sign this contract and move forward in building your dream backyard. So here is the new playbook for everybody, 2026 and onwards. This is where everything is going to be changed for y'all. So the contractors crushing it right now do this. They take a photo during your in-house consult or your walkthrough. While you guys are talking to a customer, AI is generating 2 to 3 design options. They flip through those designs on your iPad and they pick the ones that they love. You guys show them ballpark pricing on the spot, and the customer literally signs the contract before you guys leave that driveway. And they do that when the emotions are high. No follow-up calls, no I need to think about it, no competing codes, nothing at all. And that is what Outdoor Design AI is, the tool that I built for you guys. So Outdoor Design AI, it does 3 things and 3 main things, because more than that, it becomes a distraction. Okay, so number 1, AI render designs in 60 seconds from any phone photo. Number 2, branded estimates with the payment terms, contract clauses, and signature generated literally in 1 click. And number 3, a personalized landing page that captures leads from your Facebook ads, your truck signage, maybe your Google My Business profile, SEO, you name it. Okay. So you can do all of that 24/7 while you're at a job site. That's it. That means no CRM needed, no follow-ups, no marketing fluff. Literally, these three tools will move your close rate without spending an extra dollar on your marketing. Average across all of our active users, we have over 700, 600, I believe 561 users using our tool right now. So across all of these three tools, 2.3 times their close rate is what they've increased. 47% more leads are coming in through our personalized landing page, and then $128,000 on an average in a revenue increased over time per quarter. Now, these aren't cherry picked, these are just averages. Contractors were crushing it from our tool and the numbers we picked from our tool. So I'm going to stop here. And I'm going to let my partner Kay kind of walk you through a full design tool that we have. If you have any questions, we're going to open the floor, last 20 minutes for Q&A, and we'll answer any questions that you guys might have. So Kay, I am going to let you share the screen and essentially go over this.
Yes. Hey guys, my name's Kay. I'm part of the sales team at OutdoorDesigns AI, and I probably have the best part of this webinar today where I get to show you our tool live in action. So instead of having a pre-recorded presentation available for you guys, right, we decided it's best you get to see what you guys would actually use while you're out there on the fields with the homeowners. Now, our process here is very simple. It's literally 2 steps long, where the first stage is you actually upload a picture of backyard. And to make this demo even more live, should I say, we asked one of our top contractors to take a picture of one of the backyards they went to visit today. And this is an image they sent to us, right? So you can see this is nothing professional. You could take this from a mobile phone and it looks like a typical backyard, nothing too big. You can see the property lines clearly. And I'll show you exactly the power of it. Syed, I think someone has their microphone on. You able to, Keith, I think Keith.
Yeah, let me go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and upload this image right onto our tool. And the AI will then scan the image for you and let you know if there's any changes you might need to make, for example, such as taking the image from a better angle. But in this instance, it's a great angle because, again, you can see both of the property lines clearly, and the AI has a lot of space to work with here. So I'll go ahead and select new pools as the project scope for this case. If you are a hardscaper or a landscaper, you can pick so as well, and pool remodels our tool can do too. I'll also add a property address in here as well. That's just so that we can find the design later on. I'll select a gunite pool that's rectangular, a 30 by 15, nothing too shabby. And for the decking, I'll select travertine. Now let's say this homeowner, right, they want LED lighting as standard and they want a pergola for their backyard too. So now I'll go ahead and click generate, and useful there was no typing, well, minimal typing, right? Once you wrote the address in, the rest of it was all done by clicking on boxes. Right, as you can see, this was the image we just uploaded, right? And within under 30 seconds, this is a design that we generated for our homeowner. Now imagine you were at a homeowner's backyard right now and you took that picture and you were able to show this to them. Now, our tool doesn't just generate designs and give them to you. You're also able to make refinements too as needed. So say, for example, the homeowner here said, hey, you know what, I want an outdoor kitchen under that pergola. So let's say add an outdoor kitchen under the pergola, and let's see what the AI does. So once you do make a refinement, our AI will go ahead and create 3 different variations to what it thinks you might want. And then from there, you can select what looks the best in terms of your homeowner's requirements and preferences. So since this was a very simple edit, right, the AI was able to generate it quite easily. So all 3 designs, they look the same. Now, there might be instances where you might give it a complex command. So that way you can see 3 different generations there. In my opinion, I think this one looks the best. I'll go ahead and select it, and we can use that and go ahead from there. Now, say for example, the homeowner, he's like, oh, they're like, actually, you know what? I don't like the paving around the pool. Change it to travertine pavers and add lighting, right? So I'll go ahead and select that. Actually, let's say they want concrete pavers, right? Stamped concrete pavers and add lighting. Again, the AI will generate 3 variations here, and we can go from there. Again, we can see 3 different variations, one in the daytime, one towards the evening, and another during the daytime, right? But in this instance, I think this one looks the best. I'll go ahead and select this. So now you can see, right, our AI isn't just limited to creating random designs. You're able to customize them to the customer's requirements. So that way you can close a job much quicker than other contractors near you. Now, how our tool actually connects to your bottom line revenue isn't just by generating designs. You're actually able to generate estimates on demand with our tool as well. So if I refresh the page, we should be able to see our new design here. And I'll go ahead and click Create Proposal. Now, this is one of our most powerful features of the tool, where you can actually save templates of your proposals. So that way you're not spending countless hours every evening doing the same mundane tasks. Now, I've got a template saved. I'll show you that one. This is the one I saved, right? It's got 5 features ready already, and you can add an infinite number of items to it as required. And from here, you can also save items too, so that you can quickly add them on later on in your time while you're using the application. So you've generated this template. The homeowner says, "Hey, I'm happy with it. I want to see it. I want to see your contract terms, and I want to see the payment schedules." With our tool, you can actually save payment schedules on demand as well. So once you actually generate the price, our tool will then calculate the payment schedules for you, and it will also add contract terms in as well. So it can be your lawyer and your accountant too. So I'll download this PDF because the homeowners now they want to email or they want to text it to them, and then you can then see from here, this is a PDF we generated, right? It's got your your business address information here. It's got the property address, the design you generated, as well as all the information we saved in regards to the actual items, the payment schedules, and the contract terms, where your homeowner or you can sign and then date the contract. Now, let's move on to one of our best features, which is the lead generation. It's all good and well to have a tool that can actually create designs for you, right? But you also need leads or homeowners who actually want these designs. So with our tool, you can actually go ahead and upload this or even create your own website with our tool. So we provide you with a free landing page completely customized to your business. And from here, homeowners can come on, they can fill out a form, and they can also generate their own designs. Now, the tool that they see is a lot more simpler than the one you actually get, but it still does the same task where our homeowners are able to upload a picture of their backyard and then generate a project, and you then get their information where you're finally able to give them a call, see what they like or don't like about the design, and book them in for appointments. And all of that information comes into your leads management page here. So you can see Wendy, Hannah, for example, they put out a form, they want a new pool, they're ready to go now. And we have all the information as well as the image of their backyard too. And all of the landing pages that we generate for your business are mobile pre-saved as well. So they work and are completely compatible with mobiles, which is where homeowners are most likely to come on and visit your website. So with our tool, you can actually plug and play this right into your Facebook ads. And instead of running the generic, we'll give you a free estimate campaign, you can run a completely unique campaign compared to your competitors, where you can say, "Hey, would you like to see what your backyard could look like with AI?" This incentivizes homeowners to come onto your website, give them your information, and then you can move on from there. Now, having a website, it's all well at the end of the day, but you don't really know what it's doing, right? But with our tool, we actually provide you with live analytics to show you where homeowners are coming onto your website from, where they're actually falling off as well. So you can then make adjustments to the website that we've generated through the website customized widget feature. For example, here.
Thank you.
So the landing page is provided to you from our tool, and you have the ability to customize every aspect of it yourself, right? If you want to change what you're showing on the website, you want to change the subheader, you want to change the images of your work you're showing, you have complete control over that. We just provide you with the tools to do it, so you're not spending countless hours on YouTube learning how to create a website when you should be building a pool, right? And yeah, just going back to the analytics, we want you guys to understand how powerful this really is, because this now shows you exactly where you're losing customers live on your website. You can then slowly use our advice because, as Syed mentioned, we started out as a marketing agency, right? So we understand how human psychology really works. And with that, we've applied it to your website as well. So, for example, with this tool, with this specific website a contractor is using, 90% of the customers are leaving at the photos uploaded stage. And with that information, we're able to tell our contractor, hey, you need to improve the ad targeting you're currently doing, right? The kind of people that are landing on your page, they're not really interested in the kind of projects you're serving, for example, or you need to improve the page speed, which you can do so from our tool, and maybe change the text on your website to make it more compelling for homeowners. But that summarizes our tool. And yeah, I think back to you, Syed.
All right, so we've talked about our AI design tool. We've talked about the lead generator, optimized landing page. We've talked about the estimator. So pretty much this is an entire sales tool that you guys can use, whether you guys get leads from your website, Facebook ads, maybe referrals, word of mouth. You have this installed and now you're getting leads, qualified leads on autopilot. And not only that, you're able to increase your close rate by 2 to 3x. That's literally backed by the data that we just showed you. Across 500 plus contractors that we're currently working with.